This is He Knows Everything, bringing you that heat and that fart. We keeping the foot on the what? On the Knicks. We keeping the foot on the what? On the Knicks. And like the Tibetan marriage shift that I am, I'm applying what? Unlimited pressure. Because pressure does what? It bursts pipes. Let's talk about it, man. The Los Angeles Lakers. It's a things that make you say, It's a things that make you say, But in its most cold-hearted, in its most unadulterated, in its most cutthroat truth-teller fashion, it's as simple as this. LeBron James doesn't know how to take the blame. LeBron James is always pointing the finger in other directions. Anthony Davis is clearly what we call a classical La Puppet. Let me say it again. Anthony Davis is clearly what we call a classical La Puppet. This guy has no leader in his bones whatsoever. He willingly, emphatically, and without fail, took the blame for the Los Angeles Lakers losing. The blame starts at the top, man. This is the problem with the participation award era. This is the problem with prisoners of the moment generation. This is the problem with losers and failures. These are the same people that prescribe to the Kwame Browns of the world. They have no standards, man. This is why He Knows Everything is needed out here in these YouTube streets, because He Knows Everything keeps the Moses law, the Moses standard of freaking basketball, man. Sports in fucking general. We have standards over here, man. We don't just accept any kind of mediocrity, any kind of losing, any kind of basically what we would say losers mentality. Because losers are what they are. Losers, man. LeBron James is sitting here and acting as if Anthony Davis is all the fault. They lost. LeBron James played. Isn't he the leader of the team? See, what Michael Jordan's teams lost, no fucking excuses. Go listen to Kobe Bryant post game after the Phoenix Suns when he blew the 3-1. Kobe didn't blame nobody, dog. Kobe put that shit on himself, man. Because this is what leaders do. Derrick Rose, who's not even supposed to be nowhere near a level of a LeBron James, right? That was once he had the injury, but I do believe he would have usurped LeBron James if he didn't have that injury. Derrick Rose, after they lost to the Miami Heat, he put that shit on him, dog. That's what leaders are supposed to do. When you lose, the person at the top, at the pinnacle, is supposed to take the blame. Because that's just the way it rolls. They were the leader. They were the ones that steered the ship. This is the problem with NBA fans, man. Especially LeBron tards, i.e. brain full of mush and brainwashed dodo heads. We call them LBJ stands and LBJ apologists. They don't hold nobody accountable. These are the same motherfuckers that prescribe to a Kwame Brown. These are the same motherfuckers that will sit here and tell you that a LeBron James, a Lefraud James is acceptable. LeBron has no spine, man. He is spineless, dog. The fact that this guy has no backbone, man. The fact that this guy sat here out of his own rabbit-ass mouth to act as if the person that's at fault is Anthony Davis. It's the things that make you say, It's the things that make you say, They got blown out by the Phoenix Suns, man. If that isn't a leader's song cry for a leader to step up and do what a leader's supposed to do, then I don't know what it is, dog. Because in its most cold-hearted, in its most unadulterated, and in its most cutthroat truth-teller fashion, it's as simple as this, man. The Los Angeles Lakers, no. Let's contextualize it. The Los Angeles Lakers, you're playing a real NBA season, man, with real NBA stakes at stakes. This is a real NBA title. This is not a fraudulent, fluky version. This is not an on-the-spot version. This is not a least path of resistance version. This is not a fake version, man. This is a real NBA title. And when real NBA titles are at stake, Lefraud James always gets exposed. When we sit here and look at the delineation, the distinction, the gulf, and the separation of where Brooklyn is at, because Brooklyn's finest is in the building, Crooklyn's finest is where it's at, and we look at the Los Angeles Fakers, we see a distinction. We see a delineation. We see a gulf. We see a separation. LeBron James not being held accountable. Why am I not surprised? Why isn't this new? Why is this script the same script that we've seen before over and over and over again? Anthony Davis is the biggest La puppet I've ever seen in my life. Let me say it again. Anthony Davis is the biggest La puppet that I've ever seen in my life. For you to sit here and act as if you are at fault when clearly Lefraud James is the leader of the damn team. It's a things that make you say, It's a things that make you say, But it speaks to the participation award era that he knows everything was talking about. It speaks to these prisoners of the fucking moment that he knows everything was talking about. It speaks to these NBA fans nowadays, dog. They don't hold nobody fucking accountable, dog. All they do is run their rabbit ass mouths. They fix their Rudy Poo and Plum Plum Brains mouths. Classic Dolce and Troglodyte mouths. Ultra fanboys and ultra fangirls with the ultra fanboys and the ultra fangirl rhetoric mouths. And tell you that Lefraud James is a GOAT. No, you're a GOAT, alright. Greatest of all fucking trolls. When you sit here and you are unquestionably the leader of the team, and you're not taking blame, and the blame is going to the number 2, only Lefraud James, dog. Only Lefraud James can do something like this. This is what he knows everything was talking about. Lefraud James never gets the blame. But if it's anybody else, Michael Jordan, which he's getting right now with Kwame Brown, even though he basically helped Kwame Brown realize his dream, which is to become an NBA player. Do you guys realize that only 500 people a year out of 8 billion people get a chance to hit the NBA? This is why I don't fucking feel sorry for Kwame Brown, man. Kobe Bryant trying to engineer greatness to a Kwame Brown, he wouldn't fucking listen. This is what I'm talking about. But these people are supposedly Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant fans. But when this Kwame Brown situation hit, we realized they're not. They're fake as fuck. But this is the situation they're in. This is the prisoners of the moment fiasco we're in. When NBA fans can accept any bullshit and fuck shit that come their way. That's the cold-hearted. That's the unadulterated. That's the cutthroat. Tell a fashion. I keep the foot on the whoop. Niggas. I keep the foot on the whoop. Niggas. This is He Knows Everything. Check it out.